Julien Alfred Olympic champion. A country of 180,000 people behind her, Melissa Jefferson Wooden, world champion. The fourth fastest woman in the history of running, these two have battled before, but never at this distance. On June 4th in Rome, they raced the 200 meters together for the very first time. Nobody knows who wins this one. Julien Alfred was born on June 10th, 2001, on the island of Saint Lucia. The population of Saint Lucia is approximately 180,000 people. She grew up without a professional training facility. As a child, she often ran in her school uniform and did not always have proper track shoes. When her father died, she was 12 years old. She briefly gave up the sport entirely until a youth coach convinced her to return to the track. At 14, she moved away from home alone to Jamaica. She later committed to the University of Texas, became a three-time NCAA Division I champion, and kept climbing. In 2024, she walked into the Olympic Stadium in Paris. It was raining. The crowd expected Sha'Carri Richardson to win. Alfred had other ideas. She ran 10.72 seconds, set a national record, and crossed the finish line first. It was the first Olympic medal in any sport that Saint Lucia had ever won. Not just gold, any medal, ever. She ripped off her bib, held it above her head, and rang the bell, the exact celebration she had watched Usain Bolt perform since she was a young girl. The government declared September 27, 2024, as Julien Alfred Day and renamed a portion of the Millennium Highway after her. She did not stop there. In 2025, Alfred won the 200 meters at the London Diamond League in 21.71 seconds, a time that ranks her among the 10 fastest women in the history of the event. She also retained the Diamond League title in the 100 meters. She is currently ranked second in the world at that distance. Melissa Jefferson Wooden was born on February 21st, 2001, in South Carolina. Her parents are both preachers. She grew up in a household shaped by faith and by a phrase her mother repeated throughout her childhood: delayed doesn't mean denied. Her sprint career followed the same pattern. In 2022, she arrived at the NCAA Indoor Championships as the 12th seed in the 60 meters. She won it. 13 days later, she won the 100 meters at the USA Track and Field Outdoor Championships, sacrificing a strong NCAA result to peak for the national title. She turned professional that year. 2023 was the delay. No personal bests. She did not break 11 seconds in the 100 all season. She changed training groups, moved to Star Athletics outside Orlando, started working with a personal chef, and gave up her favorite restaurant order. She locked in completely. Paris 2024 brought a bronze medal in the 100 meters. Alfred won gold, Richardson won silver. Jefferson Wooden was third. She took her medal home, placed it in a box, closed the lid, and pushed it under the television. The box stayed shut. Her focus moved to Tokyo. Going into 2025, both women held clear claims. Alfred was the reigning Olympic champion and had won the Diamond League Series title in the 100 meters in 2024. Jefferson Wooden was the hungry bronze medalist who had spent the off-season quietly resetting everything. The season produced wins on both sides. At the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene in July 2025, Jefferson Wooden beat Alfred in the 100 meters, her first Diamond League victory. She added wins in Silesia and Brussels. Alfred answered with the Diamond League final title in Zurich, running 10.76 seconds in August. Neither athlete pulled decisively ahead across the full season. Then the 2025 World Athletics Championships arrived in Tokyo. This is where the season resolved itself. Jefferson Wooden ran 10.61 seconds in the women's 100-meter final. That time was a championship record, and the fourth fastest time any woman has ever run at the distance, trailing only Florence Griffith Joyner's American and world record. She won by 0.15 seconds over the silver medalist, one of the largest margins of victory in women's 100-meter history at the World Championships. Alfred crossed the line in 10.84 seconds and won bronze. 5 days later, Jefferson Wooden won the 200 meters in 21.68 seconds, the fastest women's 200 in the world that year. She ran the opening leg of the relay 2 days after that and won gold there too. 3 events, 3 gold medals in 7 days. She is the first American woman to win the sprint triple at a single World Championships. The only other woman to accomplish that feat was Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce in 2013. Jefferson Wooden ended 2025 ranked number 1 in the world. Here is the detail that makes Rome historic. Alfred and Jefferson Wooden have shared the start line in the 100 meters many times. They know each other in that race. They know how the other accelerates, how quickly each athlete reaches top speed, how the gap forms or closes in the final 10 meters. That knowledge is real, but it only applies to one distance. The 200 meters has a bend. The order does not reveal itself until athletes come off the curve and into the straight. Bend mechanics matter. Speed maintenance through the turn matters. A sprinter who dominates the 100 does not automatically win the 200. Jefferson Wooden arrived at the 2025 season calling herself a true 100-meter sprinter. When she told her coaches she planned to take the 200 more seriously that year, they exchanged a look of surprise. She ran 21.68 anyway and won the world title. Her personal best at 200 going into that season was 22.46. She dropped it by nearly a full second over the course of 12 months. Alfred is also a proven 200-meter competitor. She won silver at the Paris Olympics in 22.08 seconds behind Gabby Thomas. Her personal best stands at 21.71, set in London last summer. She has chased the 200 longer than Jefferson Wooden has, and yet they have never been in the same 200-meter race. No result exists at this distance between them. No prior finishing order. The Golden Gala Pietro Menia in Rome on June 4th will answer a question that has no historical answer. The meet is named after the Italian who held the men's 200-meter world record for 17 years. It is a fitting stage for a first. Rome is the first of 2 confirmed meetings between these athletes in the 2026 Diamond League season. They will also face each other in the 100 meters at the Kamila Skolimowska Memorial in Silesia on August 23rd. 2 races, 2 distances, 1 rival. The rivalry that built through 2024 and peaked in 2025 is heading somewhere even larger. Jefferson Wooden says she is not satisfied. She has a world record in view. Florence Griffith Joyner ran 10.49 seconds in 1988. Jefferson Wooden ran 10.61. The gap is 0.12 of a second. She says breaking the record will not come from chasing the clock. It will come from execution, focus, and the same approach that produced Tokyo. She is hunting something that has stood for 37 years. Alfred runs for a country that still does not have a proper athletics stadium. She has spoken openly about hoping her gold medal will help Saint Lucia build what its athletes deserve.